Hello and welcome back to All New Beauty. Today's video is a tutorial for this eye look. I have only really recorded the eye look, but I tell you at the end of the video what else I've used on my face, so you can check that out there. I just felt like doing something a bit dramatic and a bit full on, and I've not really used much of my darker eyeshadows, so they got dug out and this is the end result. I just took a notion. If you have any questions, as always, let me know down below. So let's get started. So we're just starting by sticking on some tape. I have stuck this in the back of my hand before I stick it onto my face, and I'm just putting my brows into place a wee bit. So I'm going to line that up with the end of my brows and just below my lower lash line. So I want to leave a wee bit of a gap there. Both sides on, they look pretty even, that'll do. So I'm going to use the colour Naked 2 from the Urban Decay Basics palette, and I'm going to place that just above my crease because this is going to help blend out the colours afterwards. So just placing that above and bringing it all the way in towards my tear duct as well. All the way out, all the way in. Now I'm taking the colour tattoo from Maybelline in Timeless Black, and that's just going all over the lid. I'm using a sort of flat stiff brush to apply this, and I'm going to put it all over the moving part of my lid up to that crease colour, and I will gradually almost square it off slightly in towards my tear duct. You'll see what I mean in a minute. It's a rounded corner basically. You can gradually see it develop now. You can see now as well, I'm gradually sort of straightening off that top line. Don't be afraid of putting a bit of black on your tape, it'll help. And you can see I'm straightening off that top line, and again I'll bring it in a bit more and square it off a wee bit more as well. You'll see it more when it's finished. You can see that more squared off look now. I'm now just taking a blending brush and I'm softening the edge just a wee bit, just to help things blend a bit smoother once I've applied a bit more eyeshadow over the top. Now I'm taking a Barry M Dazzle Dust in 78, and I'm just applying that over the top of sort of the inner two-thirds of my eye. I forgot to tap off the excess, as you can see, and that's now all over my face. Thankfully I haven't done my foundation yet. You can see over the top of the black eyeshadow it doesn't look the same shade of blue. It's starting to sort of lean more green, sort of a seafoam green kind of shade. I think it's rather tasty. I'm now going to take another Dazzle Dust in 98. It's just this lovely petrol-y kind of shade with lots of different colours through it, and I'm going to apply that again on another stiff brush on the outer portion of the black eyeshadow that is left, and run that sort of above my crease again, and I'm bringing it in towards the tear duct. It again helps the eyeshadow look a bit more green and adds a bit more dimension. Now to start blending. So this is going to require a fair bit of blending. You really want to soften out those edges to give a sort of more gradual fade up to your brows, but this does come all the way out to the very edge of my eyebrows. It's quite a dramatic look. I quite like it. Now I'm going to take Foxy from the Basics palette again, and I'm going to use this just to help blend things a bit more up towards my eyebrows. This is a nice way to help things blend a bit more. Now I'm going to go back to that colour tattoo, and I'm going to take an angled liner brush and just use that along my lower lash line. Now again, this is just going to act as a base for the colours to pop on top. So I'm going to use that first colour on the inner half and then the second colour on the outer half. I'm then just going to take a clean pencil brush and smudge that out just a wee bit, just to soften it a wee bit more. Now I'm taking my Rimmel Coat Pencil in black, it's one of their scandalised pencils, and I'm going to run this along my lower waterline and also along my top waterline. Time to sort out my eyebrows. I just use Faint from the Urban Decay Basics palette. I am still searching for the perfect eyebrow colour, so if you think you know what would be right for me, please let me know down below. Now I'm taking this Fabuliner from Jordana, and it's the black one, and I'm going to run that along my top lash line. I'm going to try and keep it as close to my lashes as possible. I did wing it out ever so slightly on the outer edge, but not very much. Time to curl my lashes, and then I'm going to apply a coat of the Lancome Hypnose mascara just on my top lashes for now. Now I'm just going to apply these Eldora B202 lashes. I just think they thicken things up nicely on the outer part of my lash line. Now I'm going back over it with my Fabuliner just to make sure everything blends nicely into that lash line. Time to take the tape off. As you can see, it is not as clean as I would have liked, but I did clean it up. I'm just going to use mascara now, same as before, on my lower lashes. And that's the finished eye look. Definitely a touch dramatic, don't you think? So that's the finished look. That was quite fun. Excuse the dogs outside, I'll just zoom you in. I thought it was quite fun. Something a bit different anyway. I got bored of doing same looks, so I went for something really smoky and a bit glittery, and it was quite nice. It's clearly for New Year's, but a bit late. I'll zoom you back out, I'll show you what I used on the rest of my face. Unsurprisingly, I cleaned up around my eyes, and I used my CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous foundation in Ivory. I use it all over my face. I'd already put on a primer with my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. I did that before I started my eyes, for whatever reason. For concealer for my blemishes and under my eyes, I used a mix of the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Chantilly and my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC15. Yes, NC15. And I set my face using my my MAC Forever Marlin Beauty Powder. I used just a damp sponge and applied that all over. Now to contour, I used my NYX blush in Taupe. I just did under my cheeks, and I brought a wee bit underneath and a wee bit above as well. I tried to curl my hair. It kind of, sort of curled. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, for blush, I used my MAC Sheer Tone Blush in Dolly Mix. That was quite nice. It adds a nice sort of pinkness, and it seems to tie in well with my Elizabeth Arden lipstick in Powerful, and it's one of the Pure Color Envy lipsticks, and it's a lovely mid-tone pink on my lips, so I quite like that. I thought it all went quite nicely and tied in with the blush and everything else. And for highlight, I used my Bare Minerals The Shining Moment, and it's one of the Ready Luminizers. It's just a gold highlight, and I use that on the top of my cheeks, down my nose a wee bit, my cupid's bow, and a wee bit just above my eyebrows as well, just to give myself a wee bit of a nice shimmery glow of some sort. And so that's the finished look. I did spray my face with the Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray just to take the powdery look off my face. Yeah, that is it. So if you've any questions, please let me know down below. Thank you very much for watching. I apologise again about the light. I was just a bit late on it today because I've been sick and blah. So apologise about that. Hopefully you can still see what is going on. I'll soon find out when I go to edit this footage. I hope you're having a lovely day wherever you are. Thank you so much for watching. Please like if you liked, please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.